Hey basketball players, this is a bit different of a video today. So basically, recently I was on a vacation. I was on Carnival Magic, which was a fantastic boat to go on. But you're probably saying, well, why am I doing a basketball video kind of thing about a cruise ship? The reason is because one of the things that I personally look for when I go on a cruise or on vacation is, where is there a local basketball court, or is there a good basketball court on the cruise ship? The reason for that is because, of course, when you're on vacation, you tend to gain weight because you're eating more food. I definitely do not need to gain more weight, so that is why I am making this review of the Carnival Magic Basketball Court. So number one, this basketball court is really great. So the floor is a hard material, probably cement or something very similar. So of course, there were a couple of players who were complaining of shin splints. Usually that's me. But for some reason, I was not having any issues with shin splints. Next is it a full court or is it a half court? It's kind of a hybrid. So what I mean by that is, it is a full court. You've got two full-sized regulation nets, roughly 10 feet high, which is the average height of a basketball net. Now, full court wise, it's not an NBA or high school size basketball court, but generally speaking, it's a full court that you'll probably find at a lot of different YMCAs. It's not 100% huge court. It's probably about 2/3 or maybe half the size, somewhere around there, of a regular basketball court. So still a lot of fun. Next is the court itself, where does it have a three-point line? Does it have a key that is the right regulation? That kind of a thing. And yes, it has what seems to be pretty well regulation free throw line, key, and three-point line. The only thing is that it's not a high school three-point line that they have there. It is an NBA level or range three-point line. And when it gets windy, you are definitely not making a three-point shot. But generally speaking, it's right at the back of the boat, which is great because there is a wall that is right beside the basketball court that blocks about 95% of the wind. The only time you'll probably have issues with the wind is if there's a cross breeze or something similar. Now, I don't know if it'll be the same with your cruise, but with my cruise, they opened up the basketball courts sometime in the morning, around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they kept them open pretty well the whole day until about 5 o'clock, and they closed the basketball court at 5 o'clock so that everyone has dinner, and then they reopened that basketball court at 10 o'clock. Now, you're probably saying, well, why are they closing it? I don't know. I know a lot of different cruises don't close the basketball court during dinner time, so I don't know why they were doing it here. But, however, it didn't really matter. It gave us some time to rest, because I can tell you right now, other than the occasional 1 hour child's program or occasional 1 hour of dodgeball or 1 hour of volleyball that was going on, it was pretty well open the whole time. And if it's a sea day, I was up there the whole time. The only time I left was to eat. For lunch, for breakfast, that kind of a thing. But other than that, I was pretty well up there majority of the time. And for those of you who were on the cruise, who subscribed to my YouTube channel and are watching this YouTube channel right now, thanks for playing basketball. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that you're enjoying this video as well as this YouTube channel. But going on from there again, the surrounding mesh so that the basketball doesn't go out and become a fish. A lot of Carnival boats, like the Carnival Pride that I was on, and I've got a review of that basketball court on this channel as well, you're going to find that a lot of those boats, a lot of Carnival cruise ships, and a lot of cruise ships in general, the mesh, so that the ball doesn't go forever out to sea, is really low, so that when you're taking a regular shot, it's hitting the mesh. You're not going to find that here on the Carnival Magic. On the Carnival Magic, I never had an issue with the mesh at all. other than almost spraining my ankle on it once when I ran into it going in for a layup. But that's just a total other case. It doesn't matter. It's only a mesh, and it was not really in the way at all. As far as basically the programs that are running on that court, on C days in the afternoons, there on each of the C days we had a 3-point competition, and they kind of ran it like a bump competition where, if you don't know what bump is, there was a couple of different names that the players were throwing around, whatever it's called, but up in here in Canada it's called bump, where first player shoots. If he misses, he needs to go in and get the rebound and get the layup. Meanwhile, the person behind him is also shooting. If that person behind him scores before that person in front, then that person in front is out. And thank you to the 9-year-old kid who got me out in the last game. You were amazing. He actually won. There was like a 9 or 10-year-old kid who won the championship of that one day and got everybody out. So if you're watching this channel, congratulations, little guy. I don't know your name, but congratulations. If you're watching this, comment below, though, because I'd like to stay in touch and give you kind of more tips and skills and stuff because you were really good. But there was also a volleyball competition that they had. They basically split the adults in half. I never played because I'm afraid of busting my knee, which that did happen to one of the players. His kneecap became dislocated or something. That looked really painful. If you're watching this video, I'm very sorry. There were people actually recording this guy screaming on the ground, holding his knee with his kneecap being in weird places of his body. That's not cool. If somebody gets injured, please don't record them. You don't want to have that memory, and whatever. Just don't. But overall, I would give this basketball court a 10 out of 10. Actually, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 as far as cruise ships. I've seen pictures of some crazy Royal Caribbean basketball courts that are out in the Philippines and things like that. But as far as basketball courts go, I would give this probably a 7 out of 10. But as far as cruise ships go, I would give it a 9 out of 10, and it's a fantastic boat. You're going to enjoy it. If you want, also go check out my dad's channel. He does trip reviews as well, and his channel is, of course, called Trip Reviews. Links are down below, so go check that out. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another Twice a Day basketball video.